Test 1, 2, test 1, 2, as we get set for Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. As we get set for Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. As we get set for Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University.
But like I said, I don't want
for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University.
But like I said, I don't want
for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University.
But like I said, I don't want
for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University.
But like I said, I don't want
for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University.
But like I said, I don't want
for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University.
But like I said, I don't want
for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University.
But like I said,
for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University.
But like I said,
for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University. But like I said, for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University. But like I said, for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University. But like I said, for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University. But like I said, for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University. But like I said, for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University. But like I said, for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University. But like I said, for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University. But like I said, for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University. But like I said, for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University. But like I said, for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear
Albion College baseball this afternoon. The Albion College baseball team taking on Heidelberg University. But like I said, for a doubleheader of 9-inning games. We get set for
I can hear Albion.
actually hear. I can hear you talking two different things. It's got two different sound tracks. True story.
Yes, sir. They should work out there. Yes, sir. Well, do we?
Okay, hang on. Speak into it.
Talk 1 2, test 1 2. As we try to figure out what's going on with our sound.
In the background. You unplug this just in a second here.
Now we'll try it again. Maybe it was this USB was causing some interference. Maybe it was that all along. Was I just had too many?
Yeah, because you sound great now.
Yep. So yeah, it was just a thing of having too many USBs going on. So we'll call it good now and declare victory over the
Well, I hope so.
speaker. And I'm going to turn YouTube off for a minute, or let Chad continue to monitor for a minute.
Yeah, I can hear myself in there.
Yep. So it's sounding a lot better? All right. So we're going to call it the victory. I'll be back with you in a few minutes as we get set for this baseball game between Heidelberg and Albion. Sunny skies overhead as Heidelberg University on the field for its infield warm-up. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Bobby Lee, Albion's Sports Information Director, welcoming you into this video stream. Albion College Baseball getting set to take on Heidelberg University for 9 innings of non-league baseball. If you have your scorecard ready, let's give you today's starting lineups. First for Heidelberg University, the head coach in his 5th season, Chad Fitzgerald. Leading off and playing center field, Kane Bateman. Batting second, playing third base, Kyle Jenkins. In left field, batting third, Matt Sikas. The catcher, batting cleanup, Mark Ochoa. Batting fifth, playing right field, Keaton Mark. Batting sixth, playing first base, Parker Frank. The designated hitter, batting seventh, Jake Davis. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, Zach Doran. And the second baseman, batting ninth, Tyler Smith. So one more time for Heidelberg. Bateman in center. Jenkins at third. Sikas in left. Ochoa catching. Mark in right. Frank at first base. The bottom third, Davis the DH. Doran the shortstop. Smith at second base. For the home team today, the Albion College Britons, Matt Ricks will coach the team. Scott Carden under the weather with the flu, so here is the Britons lineup today. Sean Hadelsey will lead it off. He'll play left field. Drew Olszewski, he's at third base. He'll bat second. Riley Stasiak, center field. He'll bat third. Jordan Finney plays first base. He'll bat cleanup. Kellen Wong, the second baseman, batting fifth. Dylan Perry, the designated hitter, bats sixth. Batting seventh, the catcher, Justin Sharon. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Joe Turnbull. Luke Bottomley, right field, rounds out the lineup. So one more time for the Britons. Sean Hadelsey in left. Olszewski at third. Stasiak in center. Finney at first. Wong at second. Perry, the DH. Sharon catching. Turnbull at short. Bottomley in right field. The pitching matchup today. For Heidelberg University, it's Tristan Phillips. Phillips is 3-0 this season with a 3.86 ERA. Phillips, a junior from Akron, Ohio. In 14 innings this season, Phillips has allowed 6 earned runs, 15 hits, and 2 walks. On the mound for Albion is the first-year student, Drew Weaver. Weaver from Macomb, Michigan. Weaver is 1-1 with a 4.50 ERA. Sunny skies overhead. 43 degrees and a slight wind out of the north. There is a little bit of a chill to the air, but boy, we're glad to see sunny skies. Unfortunately, we don't expect the sun to continue into the weekend. The Britons scheduled to play Alma College for a league series Saturday and Sunday. We'll have to see if the weather will permit that. If you'd like to contact me here in the press box at Frank Duranko Field, send your email to lee@albion.edu. Our next video stream will be tomorrow as the softball team will play a pair against Defiance College. So we hope you'll join us tomorrow. First pitch at 3 o'clock as the softball team will take on Defiance College. Then after that, we hope to have baseball for you on Saturday against Alma College. In other MIAA baseball action today, Calvin and Hope are completing a league series. Hope defeated Calvin in the first game today, 13-1. Or I guess that game's in the top of the 7th, but it's Hope 13, Calvin 1. As you can see, Heidelberg University is finishing its infield warm-up, and then we'll have some field maintenance and the first pitch of today's 9-inning game between Heidelberg and Albion. Heidelberg wrapping up its infield warm-up, so for a moment I will mute the microphone. We'll be back with you in a few minutes for first pitch of this non-league baseball game between Heidelberg and Albion. Albion Sports Information Director Bobby Lee welcomes you back to Champions Stadium at Frank Jurenko Field. Drew Weaver makes his warm-up pitches on the mound. The first-year student is 1-1 with a 4.50 ERA. He's making his 5th appearance, 3rd start of the season in 14 innings. Drew has allowed 7 earned on 14 hits. 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .255 against Weaver. One more time, the Heidelberg batting lineup. Kane Bateman will lead it off. He'll play center field. Kyle Jenkins, third base, bats second. Matt Sykes in left field. He'll bat third. Mark Ochoa, the catcher, bats cleanup. Keaton Mark in right field. He'll bat fifth. Parker Franck, first base, will bat sixth. Jake Davis, the designated hitter, bats seventh. Zach Doran, the shortstop, bats eighth. And Tyler Smith, second base, rounds out the lineup. Just about ready to get underway. The first pitch from Weaver, swung on, lifted to center field. Stasiak going back, it gets over his head. And that will be a double for Kane Bateman. Didn't even have a chance to tell you that Kane Bateman was hitting .400 on the season. That is his 4th double of the season. So it brings up the third baseman, Kyle Jenkins. He's hitting .371. 26 hits and 70 at-bats, 6 doubles, 3 home runs, 23 driven in. Drew Weaver will step off the mound. Kyle Jenkins, a junior from Wheelersburg, Ohio. Wheeler looks at second. The pitch, high and tight for ball one. Just the second pitch of the day for the Albion freshman, Drew Weaver. So Weaver comes set, the pitch, a swing and a miss, and the count is a ball and a strike. Nobody out, just underway from Champions Stadium here in Albion. And the 1-1 pitch. And that hits the batter. So Heidelberg will have runners at first and second with nobody out. Matt Sykes, the left fielder, comes to the plate for the first time. Matt Sykes, a senior from Ypsilanti, Michigan. The first pitch back to Weaver. He'll take it to third base, so a fielder's choice for the batter. And then the runner at second base is forced 1-5 at third.
Now batting the catcher, number 13, Mark Ochoa.
That was a fielder's choice, and the runner advancing to third is out 1-5. So we eliminate Kane Bateman off the base paths. Kyle Jenkins stands at second. Matt Sykes at first with Mark Ochoa batting. The pitch goes over Ochoa's head for ball one. Mark Ochoa hitting .403. 25 for 62. 6 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs, 18 driven in. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball to second. And we'll get the force at second, but that's all the Britons will get. As sliding in hard to second base was Sykes, and Joe Turnbull is going to have to walk it off after getting spiked. So again, a fielder's choice for Ochoa. Sykes is out at second base 4-6. So Jenkins, the runner at third. Ochoa at first, and Keaton Mark, the right fielder, is the batter. 2 outs for Keaton Mark, who's batting .296 this season. And the pitch, lifted, left field, should be playable, and making the catch was Sean Hadlesey, and Drew Weaver gets out of a first-inning jam. 1 hit, 2 left on, as Heidelberg comes up empty in the first inning. Sean Hadlesey will lead it off for Albion in just a minute. He plays left field. Drew Olszewski batting second, playing third base. Riley Stasiak in center field, batting third. Jordan Finney bats cleanup, playing first base. Kellen Wong at second base, and he will bat fifth. Dylan Perry, the designated hitter, batting sixth. Justin Sharon, the catcher, batting seventh. Joe Turnbull, shortstop, bats eighth. Luke Bottomley in right field, he'll bat ninth. And the Britons facing Tristan Phillips on the mound. Tristan, 3-0 with a .386 ERA. Actually, it's Chris Bell on the mound today for. So Tristan Phillips on the mound for Heidelberg.
Now batting, left fielder, number 9, Sean Hadlesey.
Sean Hadlesey batting .353. 18 hits and 51 at-bats, 2 doubles and 7 driven in. Hadlesey, a first-year player from Ann Arbor. The first pitch from Phillips is a strike on the outside corner, says home plate umpire Dan Akins. Akins from Battle Creek. Phillips working quickly, and he leaves the pitch outside. It's 1-1. Heidelberg had 2 aboard in the first inning, runners on the corners, but a fly ball to left field ended the threat. The 1-1 pitch. Hadlesey takes ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Albion coming off a 4-game series against Olivet as Hadlesey takes ball 3. Albion won 3 of those 4 games. So the Britons come into today's action 7-6 overall. The 3-1 pitch to Hadlesey. Ball 4, low and away. The Britons have their first base runner.
Third baseman, number 1, Drew Olszewski.
Drew Olszewski, the third baseman from Kentwood, comes to the plate. Batting .391. 18 hits and 46 at-bats. 3 doubles, 9 driven in. Don't forget, if you'd like to check in with us here at Champion Stadium, send your email to blee@albion.edu. Olszewski showed bunt, and the catcher, Ochoa, throwing behind the runner, but Hadlesey gets in just safe. And tell you, Ochoa has a cannon behind home plate. Phillips comes set. Again, Olszewski shows bunt. Pitch looked high for ball 2. Olszewski checks his wristband as Phillips comes set, the 2-0. Check swing, pitch comes through, called strike. 2 balls and a strike. Sean Hadelsey drew a walk. He stands at first base. The 2-1. Olszewski gets the bunt down, a good one. Phillips fielding, firing to first. So it's 1-3 on the sacrifice bunt.
Now batting number 8,
Riley Stasiak, the Albion center fielder, bats with 1 out. Sean Hadelsey stands at second base. Stasiak hitting .265. He has 13 hits this season, but 6 have been for extra bases. The first pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 1. In other MIAA action today, Calvin and Hope in action. Hope was leading game 1 13-1. The 0-1 pitch. That's outside, low for ball 1. Actually, game 1, Hope was a 14-1 winner over Calvin. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, base hit into center field. Here comes Hadelsey. The throw cut off, and it's an RBI single for Riley Stasiak, and the Britons take a 1-0 lead.
First baseman number 4, Jordan Finney.
Jordan Finney comes to the plate. So Jordan Finney comes to the plate. Albion takes the 1-0 lead. Finney takes ball 1, maybe high, maybe inside. The 1-0 pitch, and there's a called strike. So Riley Stasiak is 10th RBI of the season. A foul ball over the Albion dugout on the first base side, and the count is 1-2. The 1-2 is popped up right side of the infield. The second baseman, Smith, goes over, makes the catch, and there are 2 outs.
Now batting second baseman number 18, Kellen Wong.
So Kellen Wong will be Albion's 2-out batter. Kellen Wong from Canton, Michigan. And the pitch is left outside for ball 1. Phillips comes set on the mound. The pitch is sent foul over the Albion dugout and almost to the Dempsey softball field right next door. Don't forget, we'll have Albion softball for you tomorrow, a 3 o'clock twin bill against Defiance College. The 1-1 pitch to Wong is in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Kellen Wong hitting .372 this season. That's 16 hits in 43 at-bats, a home run, and 10 RBI this season. 10 RBI is the team lead as Wong sends that foul right side and out of play. The Albion College women's lacrosse team will be in action at home on Sunday. A noon start against Augustana College. The 2-2 pitch to Wong. Left outside, ball 3. Dylan Perry stands in the on-deck circle if Wong extends the inning. Nice crowd on hand here at Frank Jarenko Field. The payoff pitch. Line drive right at the center fielder, but the center fielder, Bateman, drops it for the error, and hustling all the way around from first base was Stasiak for the run. It's a 2-0 Albion lead. So the inning continues for Dylan Perry as the center fielder Bateman drops the fly ball for Kellen Wong. Kellen Wong stopped at first base. Stasiak comes in to score. It's a 2-0 Albion lead as Dylan Perry takes a strike. So Dylan Perry fouls off the last pitch over the Heidelberg dugout on the third base side, and the count is 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, but the Britons score 2 runs on a hit. 1 error and a runner left on base. We've played an inning. It's Albion 2, Heidelberg no score. Parker Frank, Jake Davis, Zach Doran due up for Heidelberg in the second inning. The 7, 8, 9 batters in the Student Prince lineup against Albion first-year pitcher Drew Weaver. The first pitch to Frank, a breaking ball that didn't do much and stayed up high for ball 1. Frank, a .250 batter, 15 hits and 60 at-bats. There's a strike called at the letters. Heidelberg left 2 on base in the first inning. The 1-1 is left well outside, and the count 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch, swung on, foul. Left side. Olszewski made chase to the fence but ran out of real estate. A really nice Tuesday afternoon crowd here at Champion Stadium. The 2-2 pitch. A ground ball off Drew Weaver. Weaver will try to recover, throw to first. And Jordan Finney somehow stayed on first base to save the throw by Drew Weaver. That was going up the line, but Jordan Finney goes to his stomach to collect the throw from Weaver. The 1-3 putout, 1 out in the Heidelberg half of the second.
Number 5, Jake Davis.
The designated hitter, Jake Davis, hitting .222, 8 hits in 36 at-bats, a double, triple, home run, and 10 runs batted in. So the Heidelberg coach has come out to the field to have a discussion with the umpire on the bases, but the call stands, 1 out. Jake Davis, a junior from Vincent, Ohio. And the pitch. And that hit Davis. He'll take first base.
Now hitting shortstop, number 4, Zach Doran.
The shortstop, Zach Doran, hitting .343, 12 hits in 35 at-bats, 4 driven in. Drew Weaver is up to 14 pitches. Weaver comes set, the pitch, swung on. Left field but shallow, and now calling for it and hauling it in is Hadlesey. 2 outs. Albion playing without some regulars today.
Number 2, Tyler Smith.
Andrew Arsulowitz and Matt Burr on the bench as we get started today. The number 9 batter, Tyler Smith, steps in. Tyler Smith hitting a team best .438 for Heidelberg. A throw to first. That chases Davis back to the base. The pitch, called strike. Looked like a fastball right down Michigan Avenue. A throw to first base. Davis slides in safely. The 0-1 pitch. That's a breaking ball, I think, that didn't do anything but just kept rising. And the count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Trying for the knees on the inside corner, but missing. 2 balls and a strike. Albion baseball scheduled to play 4 against MIAA rival Alma this weekend. The 2-1 pitch. Lifted foul over the backstop. And the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. But we're going to have to check the weather this weekend. It does not look good for many outdoor activities in Michigan this weekend. Drew Weaver set the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, tapped foul to the Albion dugout on the first base side. And if you're in Albion on Sunday, 6 campus a cappella groups will be performing in Albion's 8th annual sing-off competition. It's free. 3 o'clock at Washington Gardner Auditorium. That's 401 East Michigan Avenue in Albion. The 2-2 pitch sent in the air, left field, long run for Hadlesey, but he makes the catch. No runs, no hits, a runner left on base for Heidelberg. We played an inning and a half. It's Albion 2, Heidelberg no score. Bobby Lee back with you from Champions Stadium. Bottom of the second inning. Albion leading Heidelberg 2-0. The bottom third of the Albion order due up. It's Justin Sharon, Joe Turnbull, and Luke Bottomley due up against Tristan Phillips. And the pitch low and away for ball one. The Britons touched up Phillips for 2 runs, 1 earned on a hit in the first inning. The 1-0 pitch swung on, fouled back to the screen, and the count, a ball and a strike. Don't forget Albion softball at home tomorrow at 3 o'clock. A swing and a miss. Looked like a straight fastball, but Sharon missed it. He was behind on it. And the count's a ball and 2 strikes. That pitch left outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Albion softball at home against Defiance tomorrow. We'll have that for you right here. A video stream. The 2-2 pitch. And again, lined foul as Sharon got under the pitch and sent it straight back. And the 2-2 pitch swung on, lifted over the backstop. So we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 swung on, line to left, and that will fall in front of Sykes. A single for Justin Sharon. Sharon's third hit of the season, so he improves to 3 for 11 at the plate this season. Now the shortstop, Joe Turnbull. Turnbull is hitting .214 this season, 9 hits in 42 at-bats, but he does have 10 driven in. Turnbull showed bunt the pitch low and away for ball one. Let's see if Turnbull has the bunt sign again. The 1-0 pitch, Turnbull kept the bat on his shoulder, and the pitch again outside for ball 2. Heidelberg has won its last 4, and Heidelberg has scored at least 8 in all 4 of those games. Turnbull pops it up to short left field. Sykes running in and making the catch. F7 on your scorebook. Luke Bottomley, his walk-up music is the oldies. Luke Bottomley hitting .429 in limited action. He's 3 for 7. Luke Bottomley getting his name in the lineup card Bottomley making his first start this season, and he takes a strike. The 0-1 pitch. And that one is left outside. Not sure where he missed compared to the first pitch. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Bottomley behind on the fastball, and he's behind in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Looks like Mitch Shedlowski might be down in the bullpen with a bullpen session. He's not scheduled to pitch today. The 1-2. Called strike 3, and Bottomley punched out on strikes. So the Britons go back to the top of the order to Sean Hattlesey. Heidelberg walked and scored his first time up. Phillips comes set, the pitch. Heidelberg check swing called strike. 2 outs in the Albion half of the second inning. The Britons leading Heidelberg 2-0. This game scheduled for 9 innings. The 0-1 pitch on the ground to the shortstop. He'll go short way to force Sharon. So 4-6 and the fielder's choice. The Britons get a hit and strand a runner after 2. It's Albion 2, Heidelberg no score. Bobby Lee back with you from Champions Stadium. Heidelberg extends the top of its order up against Drew Weaver for the third inning. Caden Bateman, Kyle Jenkins, and Matt Sykes due up. Kane Bateman doubled to center his first time up, and he takes ball 1, low and away from Albion starter Drew Weaver. There's a called strike, and the count is a ball and a strike. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for Heidelberg so far. For Albion, 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball, beauty, called strike 2. Joey Mihalik leaving the press box. The 1-2 on the ground to Wong. The easy throw to Finney. 4-3 the putout. Kyle Jenkins was hit by a pitch his first time up, and he'll be the one-out batter for the Student Prince.
Third baseman, number 15, Kyle Jenkins.
That breaking ball stayed up high for ball 1. Ava Smith, your public address voice at Champion Stadium today. The bouncing ball to Turnbull at short. His throw up high, but Jordan Finney hauls it in for the 6-3 putout. 2 down for Matt Sykes.
Now up, number 11, Matt Sykes.
Sykes hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Brielle Brown on the scorebook today. The strike called is, yeah, we hire volley Brits. The 0-1 fastball called strike 2. Drew Weaver a strike away from throwing 3 shutout innings. Brett Chesla scheduled to be the next Albion pitcher. Weaver was walking off the mound, and Albion fans incredulous that that pitch was called inside. Scott Grant is even laughing. The 1-2 pitch swung on, lifted to right. Luke Bottomley makes the catch as Drew Weaver sets Heidelberg down in order in the third inning. It's still 2-0 Albion. Drew Olszewski leads off for Albion in the third inning. The Britons hold a 2-0 lead over Heidelberg. Olszewski, first pitch hacking, sends a ground ball foul, third base side. Olszewski, a sacrifice, his first time up. Albion scored 2 in the first. The 0-1 pitch. That's the left outside. A ball and a strike. Heidelberg wearing its road gray uniforms today. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit. Past the shortstop, Doran, and into left field. Olszewski. 1 for 1 today. Riley Stasiak, an RBI single his first time up. Albion has 3 hits against Tristan Phillips. The pitcher comes set. The pitch is left outside as Ochoa thought about throwing behind the runner. The Britons have some speed with Olszewski on the base paths. He's runner on the move. Pitch was a swinging strike, and he's caught stealing is Olszewski. The play goes 2-6 on the caught stealing. 2-6 caught stealing for Olszewski, and he is erased. And he was gunned down by a mile. We told you before, Ochoa has a cannon behind home plate. The 1-1 pitch to Stasiak. That's taken down low for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch in the air, left field, but tailing foul. And the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sykes made chase, but the ball landed at the fence. So Sykes was a good distance away from catching the foul ball. Jim Carden listening in today. Glad to have Coach Carden's father listening in today. The 2-2 pitch. Ball 3 at Stasiak's feet. Adrian playing a non-league game at Baldwin Wallace in Ohio today. The payoff pitch. Grounded, shortstop making a backhand play. Safe. Riley Stasiak hustles down the baseline.
First baseman, number 4, Jordan Wenning.
Back-to-back singles for the Britons. Unfortunately, Drew Olszewski was caught stealing, so the Britons only have Stasiak on the base paths as Jordan Finney comes to the plate. He popped up to second base his first time up. Finney takes a fastball outside for ball 1. The 1-0, that's a strike on the outside corner. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike, bottom of the 3rd inning. Albion leading Heidelberg 2-0. The 1-1. Check swing called strike on the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the non-league game, 3rd inning, Baldwin Wallace leading Adrian 6-3. Finney off the end of his bat, foul. That looks like one of my tee shots when it's just a big old slice into the woods. It even went to the softball field, reports someone here in the press box. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. High and away, ball 2. Also in MIAA action, Hope and Calvin getting set to start game 2. And that is scoreless. The 2-2 pitch. And that stays up high. Payoff pitch upcoming to Jordan Finney. So Tristan Phillips looks in at his catcher. The payoff pitch. And Finney sends that over the backstop, over the press box for a Titanic foul ball. Awaiting another payoff pitch to Jordan Finney. Fastball, foul, right side, out of play. Most of the fans still wearing winter coats at the ballpark today. Don't see any futons today, however.
Yeah, there's out there.
They tell me there's one out there in left field. Finney, line drive, left field, base hit. Stasiak stops at second. The Britons have 3 consecutive singles. 2 on base for Kellen Wong. Kellen lifted a fly ball to center his first time up, but the center fielder dropped it, and Stasiak scored on the play as Wong takes a strike, looked like on the inner third. Looks like some guys might be getting warmed up in the, or at least loosening up in the Heidelberg bullpen. And the 0-1 pitch. Wong, line drive, base hit into left. Riley Stasiak slides in safely. He scores! An RBI single by Kellen Wong. And the Britons take a 3-0 lead.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 20, Dylan Perry.
Dylan Perry will be the 1-out batter. The Britons have runners on the corners. So Dylan Perry bats runners on the corners. Albion takes a 3-0 lead on the RBI single by Kellen Wong. Perry takes a strike. Perry takes the pitch inside, and the count's a ball and a strike. Perry takes a strike. The pitch tails to the outside corner. Tails nicely to the outside corner. Dylan Perry has to protect the plate here. A ball and 2 strikes. Perry, fly ball into center. Center fielder goes back, makes the catch, but that'll be good enough for a sacrifice. As Jordan Finney scores, and it's a 4-0 Albion lead. And Justin Sharon will be back at the plate, with Albion leading 4-0. So that is 8 sack RBI. 8 sack RBI on that last play by Perry. Justin Sharon, first pitch hacking, sends a foul ball right side, and it gets out of play. The Britons have Kellen Wong standing on first base with 2 out in the 3rd. The 0-1 pitch, bouncing ball, shortstop, and that would be a fielding error against the shortstop, so E6F. So the inning continues for Joe Turnbull. And a coach comes out to the mound for Heidelberg. Joe Turnbull, 0 for 1 today. He bats 2 outs. Justin Sharon, the base runner at first. Kellen Wong at second. Heidelberg has a man warming up in the bullpen. And Turnbull, a swing and a miss for strike 1. Turnbull flied out to left his first time up. The 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 2. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. But the Britons score 2 more to take a 4-0 lead over Heidelberg after 3 innings.
The catcher, number 13, Mark Ochoa.
Bobby Lee back with you from Champions Stadium in Albion. Mark Ochoa, Keaton Mark, and Peter Parker Frank due up for Heidelberg in the fourth. That is 4, 5, and 6 in the Student Prince lineup. Ochoa 0 for 1. Drew Weaver still on the mound for Albion. Weaver starts him off with a fastball, and Ochoa misses it. It was down in the zone, but Ochoa missed it for strike one. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike two. Ochoa, a fielder's choice in the first inning. The 0-2 pitch, left just outside and at the knees. A nice placement for Drew Weaver. An average hitter like me, I would have swung at it. The 1-2, swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. First strikeout of the day for Drew Weaver. Keaton Mark, the right fielder, batting for Heidelberg. Mark flied out to left field his first time up. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors for Heidelberg. That time the breaking ball rode up high for ball 1. The 1-0 is sent foul, out of play, and the count is a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch sent in the air to left. And Hadlesey moves in, makes the catch for the second out.
Now up, first baseman, number 25, Parker Frank.
Parker Frank grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Brett Chesla scheduled to pitch next for Albion. Strike one called to Frank. The 0-1 pitch on the ground. A diving stop at second base, but then Drew Weaver couldn't get over fast enough. Still give the hit to Frank. So Frank picks up the second hit of the day for Heidelberg, and the inning continues for the designated hitter, Jake Davis. Jake Davis was hit by a pitch his first time up. Heidelberg playing on the road for just the third time this season, or a true road game for the third time this season. Heidelberg is 1-1 this season on the road. The pitch to Davis was left up high for ball one. Breaking ball called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. There is a Briton warming up in the bullpen. Not sure who that is. Or at least throwing in the bullpen. A pitch left just outside. 2 balls and a strike. Weaver checks the runner. The 2-1 fastball, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out in the Heidelberg 4th inning. A throw to first. That was not Drew Weaver's A move. Might not have even been his B move. The 2-2 pitch upcoming to Jake Davis. Swung on, lifted foul. And out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jake Davis batting for Heidelberg with Parker Frank standing on first base. The 2-2 pitch left outside, ball 3. Got to give all these players credit today. 43 degrees, but I see a lot of guys in short sleeves. The payoff pitch lifted right behind second base, and Turnbull goes back, makes the catch. 1 hit, 1 left for Heidelberg in the 4th. It's 4-0 Albion. Bobby Lee back with you from Champions Stadium. Mason Metz takes over on the mound for Heidelberg. He's a sophomore from Chardon, Ohio. Metz appearing for the 5th time this season, a 1-0 record and 0.82 ERA. We'll tell you a little bit more about Mason in just a minute. Here comes Luke Bottomley. Bottomley takes the pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Metz has pitched 11 innings this season. 1 earned run, 7 hits, a walk, and 9 strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch sent in the air. Right side of the infield. The second baseman, Smith, moves over toward the right field line and makes the catch. 1 out. Sean Haddlesey to the plate. Haddlesey 0 for 1 today. He bats with 1 out in the 4th. Albion leading 4-0. As Haddlesey takes a ball. The 1-0 pitch, fastball, called strike. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch Fastball outside, swing and a miss, strike 2. Baldwin Wallace continues to lead Adrian 6-3. That game in the 5th inning. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Haddlesey down on strikes. First strikeout for Mason Metz.
Now up, third baseman, number 1, Drew Olszewski.
In game 2 between Hope and Calvin, it's 1-1 in the 2nd. Drew Olszewski is Albion's 2-out batter. Drew 1 for 1 today. And the pitch on the ground. Shortstop gobbles it up behind second base, and the Britons go 3 up, 3 down in the 4th inning. We move to the 5th. It's Albion 4, Heidelberg, no score. Bobby Lee back with you from Champions Stadium. Zach Doran, Tyler Smith, and then the top of the order, Kane Bateman, due up against Drew Weaver. A fastball strike to Doran, who is 0 for 1 today. Doran fly to left his first time up. On that last pitch, he sends a foul ball to the third base side of home plate for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. Line drive into right center field. A base hit for Doran. That's Heidelberg's 3rd hit. And Tyler Smith comes to the plate. As you can hear some chatter out of the Heidelberg dugout, as Heidelberg trying to wake up and get out of this 4-0 deficit. Tyler Smith flied out to left his first time up. That's a called strike. Don't forget, the month of April brings the Elkin Isaac Student Research Symposium to Albion. The 0-1 pitch is inside for ball 1. So award-winning author Janine Capo-Cruzet will give the keynote address for the Isaac Symposium. The Isaac Symposium events April 17th and 18th. Weaver set the 1-1. Line drive, right field. That's a base hit. Heidelberg will play station to station as Doran stops at second base. And the Britons will get the bullpen cranking. Colton Whisker picks up a baseball in the Albion bullpen. Kane Bateman is 1 for 2. He bats with 2 on, nobody out in the 5th as Heidelberg starting to get some better swings against Drew Weaver here in the 5th inning. As Bateman takes the pitch outside for ball 1. There's a called strike, and the count is a ball and a strike. Two on, nobody out for Heidelberg in the 5th. The pitch left outside, 2-2. Zach Doran and Tyler Smith back-to-back singles to start the 5th inning for Heidelberg. The 2-1 pitch. Line drive over second baseman Kellen Wong and into center field. Doran turns. He'll score. Smith taking third base, and it's a 4-1 Heidelberg on the RBI single by Kane Bateman. And here comes Albion assistant coach Matt Ricks to the mound. And while Coach Ricks comes out to the mound, I can tell you that award-winning author Janine Capo-Cruzet, the author of the novel Make Your Home Among Strangers, and she is the Isaac Symposium keynote address.
Now up, third baseman number 15, Kyle Jenkins.
That keynote address, 7 o'clock on April 18th in Goodrich Chapel. Kyle Jenkins, the batter, with runners on the corners. A throw over to first base. Kyle Jenkins is 0 for 1 in the game. Weaver comes set, the breaking ball, called strike. The Britons need an out here in the 5th inning, leading 4-1, but the tying run comes to the plate. Weaver comes set, the pitch. Looked like another breaking ball, but it rode low, and the count is a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch fouled off Justin Sharon's mask, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. And home plate umpire Dan Akins is telling the Heidelberg dugout to settle down. The 1-2 pitch, fastball. Looked like it was a wild pitch. And on the wild pitch, Smith scoring from third base, and Bateman goes all the way from first to third. So it was a strikeout, wild pitch. Strikeout wild pitch as Smith scores. And Bateman advancing to third. As Jenkins sends the pitch down the left field line, that will score Bateman.
Now up, catcher number 3, Mark.
So that was Sykes that left the Bobby Lee back with you from Champion Stadium. Let's get you caught up. As Colton Whisker will take over on the mound for Drew Weaver with 1 out in the 5th inning. Kyle Jenkins struck out, and on that play it was a wild pitch that scored Tyler Smith, and Kane Bateman advanced to third. Matt Sykes doubled down the left field line. Bateman scored to make it 4-3. And now Colton Whisker comes onto the mound to replace Drew Weaver. Colton Whisker, a first-year student from Clio, Michigan. And Colton Whisker making his 2nd career appearance. He's pitched 1 inning. He's faced 3 batters. So the Heidelberg has the tying run on second base, the go-ahead run at the plate. Matt Ochoa is 0 for 2 today. So an intentional walk.
Now batting number 35, Keaton Mark.
To Ochoa, so Keaton Mark will be the batter. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Albion setting up the out at any base with runners on first and second. And the first pitch. Curveball, but missing for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, the bunt, back to Whisker. He'll take it to first base. Jordan Finney stays on the base for the 1-3 sacrifice. Each runner moves up a base, so you have runners on second and third.
Now batting number 25, Parker Frank.
For Parker Frank. The Britons would love to get out of this inning with a 4-3 lead, but the Britons have to retire Parker Franck, who is 1 for 2 today. And the pitch. Franck looked like he took a breaking ball for strike 1. Everybody in the press box affirmative that Colton Whisker has a good breaking ball. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, foul to the screen, 2 strikes. Scott Grant due to pitch a bullpen session today, but he also likes a warm seat in the press box, so he'll hang out with me for as long as he can. The 0-2 pitch lifted into left center. And Riley Stasiak is there to make the catch, and Albion will take a 4-3 lead to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Riley Stasiak.
Mason Matz in his 2nd inning of relief for Heidelberg. Riley Stasiak will lead it off for Albion, bottom of the 5th inning. Albion leading Heidelberg 4-3. Stasiak is 2 for 2 with an RBI today. And the first pitch. Stasiak takes ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch. Fastball. Stasiak got under it. Pops it up left side of the infield. Third baseman Jenkins hauls it in for the out.
First baseman number 4, Jordan Wenning.
Riley Stasiak, retired for the first time today, brings up the first baseman Jordan Finney, who is 1 for 2 today. And the first pitch to Finney. Finney clutches at the bat. The pitch comes in for called strike 1. Some interesting shadows in front of the pitcher's mound as the light fixture from the soccer lacrosse field. And that is a big-time shadow right in front of the pitcher's mound. Finney takes ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. I want to thank all of our viewers this afternoon, and if you want to reach me here in the press box, send your email to blee@albion.edu. Finney swings through the fastball. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Finney, ground ball, base hit through the left side.
Now batting number 18, Kellen Wong.
Jordan Finney picks up Albion's 7th hit of the game. Albion out hitting Heidelberg 7-6 and leading on the scoreboard 4-3. Kellen Wong 1 for 2 with an RBI. Mets come set. The pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Mitch Shedlowski, the MIAA pitcher of the week, a 2-hit shutout in the first game of the series against Olivet. Wong, ground ball to third base.
Oh, he's not on the bag. He's safe. Safe. They're both safe.
Both runners are safe. So an error will be charged to Jenkins at third base. His throw to second base was wide. And Jordan Finney stands on second base. Kellen Wong, the fielder's choice. Dylan Perry, the wild pitch as he shows bunt. And the Britons will have runners on second and third. Dylan Perry is 0 for 1 with an RBI today. And the Britons can protect and build on this 4-3 lead if Perry can come through with 1 out in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch. Perry takes it down low for 2-0. Albion scored 2 in the first and 2 more in the third. Long hold from Metz. Perry the bunt, but he fouls at third base side. The count 2 balls and a strike. Heidelberg scored all 3 of its runs in the top of the 5th. Again, Heidelberg has scored at least 8 runs in each of its last 4 games. Heidelberg comes into today's game with a 12-3 record. Perry holds up on a pitch high, and the count 3-1. So a hitter's count right here for Dylan Perry, with Justin Sharon standing in the on-deck circle. The 3-1. Perry clutched at the bat. The pitch comes in for called strike 2. Awaiting the payoff pitch. Metz. Again, a long hold. Here comes the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Dylan Perry punched out on strikes.
Now up, number 28, Justin Sharon.
And Justin Sharon is Albion's 2-out batter, with runners on second and third. Brett Chesla warming in the bullpen. Chesla got the save on Scott Grant's fine start in Game 2 at Olivet last Saturday. Scott Grant went 9 innings, allowed a run, but it's a doggone shame he didn't get the win, as the offense just didn't come through for him. The one-strike pitch upcoming to Justin Sharon, and he got fisted by the pitch. He pops it up third base side, and the third baseman, Jenkins, makes the catch. And Albion comes up empty despite having runners at second and third with 1 out. It's 4-3 Heidelberg after 5. We move on to the 6th inning. Jake Davis leads it off for Heidelberg. So it's 7-8-9 in the Heidelberg order. Jake Davis, Zach Doran, Tyler Smith due up against Albion reliever Colton Whisker. And first pitch hacking. And Davis sends a foul ball to his bullpen on the left side of the field. Game 2, 3rd inning, Calvin leading Hope 5-1. Jake Davis 0 for 1 today. The 0-1. The breaking ball rode up high, and the count is a ball and a strike. The 1-1 fastball. Deep left field. Hattlesey on his horse and makes the running catch toward the warning track. A nice catch by Hattlesey. That helps the pitcher. 1 down. And Zach Doran is the batter. Doran is 1 for 2 today. Doran shows bunt. The pitch missing for ball 1. Again, a lot of chatter out of that Heidelberg dugout on the third base side. There's a called strike on the outside corner. A ball and a strike with 1 out. The Student Princes batting top of the 6th. The 1-1. Fouled over the backstop. A ball and 2 strikes. The pitch blocked by Sharon. Ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes. Or ball 2, actually. 2-2. Thanks to Brielle Brown, the scorebook, for keeping us straight on the balls and strikes this afternoon. The Pioneer High School graduate. The 2-2 pitch. And that's fouled over the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Again, another foul ball to the screen. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out in the Heidelberg half of the 6th inning. Albion clinging to a 4-3 lead. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Sky high. To center field, Stasiak moving toward the infield, makes the catch, 2 down.
Now batting, number 2, Tyler Smith.
And Tyler Smith is the 2-out batter. He's 1 for 2 today. Smith, a big cut, but comes up empty. Strike 1. For Heidelberg, 3 runs on 6 hits and 3 errors. For Albion, 4 runs on 7 hits. There's called strike 2. The 0-2 comes inside, and the count, a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Ripped foul on a line. Towards some Albion students. Looks like some swim students out there. I might see Kurt Jolly. Yeah, there's Kurt Jolly. Andre Mailing and a bunch of Delt Sigs down the left field line. The 1-2 pitch. The breaking ball didn't fall. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Albion trying to retire Heidelberg in order in the 6th inning. The 2-2. Bouncing ball. Ground ball to the second baseman. Whisker comes over, so it's 4-1 on the putout as the second baseman, Wong, makes the field, and covering was Colton Whisker. Heidelberg retired in order in the 6th inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Joe Turnbull leads it off for Albion when we return. Joe Turnbull leads off for Albion in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mason Metz still on in relief for the Student Princes. Metz in 2 innings has struck out 2. Turnbull is 0 for 2 at the plate today, as Turnbull takes a strike on the inside corner. And judging by body language, I don't think Turnbull was happy with the strike called. The 1-0 pitch. Turnbull a swing and a miss. He's behind in the count 0-2. Checking the out-of-town scoreboard in the 4th, Calvin leading Hope 6-1. The 0-2 pitch to Turnbull bends them back in the batter's box, a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. Turnbull takes ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Line drive. Base hit down the left field line. Turnbull is going to go for 2. And he will have the stand-up double down the left field line.
Now batting, number 37, Luke Bottomley.
The 8th hit for Albion in this game. Luke Bottomley comes to the plate, the number 9 batter in the Albion order. Mason Metz spins off the mound, chasing Joe Turnbull back to second base. Awaiting the pitch to Luke Bottomley. He's 0 for 2 today. And it's left outside for ball 1. The first baseman for Heidelberg, Frank, was playing, or right now he's on the edge of the grass at first base. The third baseman, Jenkins, is also nearing the edge of the grass. So the Heidelberg team thinks that Luke Bottomley is going to lay down a sacrifice, but Bottomley holds the bat on his shoulder and takes a strike. It's 1-1. Matt Ricks, who is serving as coach of Albion today, Scott Carden down with the flu. Ricks was head coach at Kalamazoo College for a time. The 1-1 pitch not delivered as Metz spins off the mound, chasing Turnbull back to second base. Metz comes set. Turnbull with a big lead at second. The 1-1 is fouled back to the screen. A ball and 2 strikes. After Bottomley, the Britons go back to the top of the order to Sean Hattlesey. The 1-2 pitch upcoming. Bottomly, a swing and a miss. Third strikeout today for Mason Metz.
Number 9, Sean Hattlesey.
Sean Hattlesey comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Hattlesey rips at the first pitch and misses for strike 1. Looking at the MIAA standings coming into today, Adrian took all 4 games from Alma last weekend, so Adrian 4-0, 11-2 overall. Looking for the 0-1 pitch to Hattlesey, but timeout called. Albion won 3 of the 4 games against Olivet, so Albion 3-1, 7-6 overall. Hope and Calvin split a doubleheader yesterday. Hope winning game 1, 15-9. Calvin coming back in the nightcap, 8-3. So those teams were 1-1 in the league. The 0-1 pitch. Hattlesey fooled, and he swings and misses for strike 2. As Ochoa makes a throw down to second base, Turnbull dives in safely. And Turnbull's uniform is going to need some extra spray and wash. Awaiting the 0-2 pitch to Sean Hattlesey. And the pitch bounces in for ball 1. Don't forget, next week is D3 week as NCAA Division III schools celebrate what makes them unique. The 1-2 pitch, Hattlesey, a swing and a miss. As Hattlesey walks back to the dugout.
Number 1, Drew Olszewski.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Mason Metz. Joe Turnbull continues to stand at second base as Drew Olszewski comes to the plate. Olszewski on the ground, smothered by the third baseman. The throw to get Olszewski. Joe Turnbull doubled, but he didn't advance as the next 3 batters go down in order. We've played 6 innings. Albion 4, Heidelberg 3. Kane Bateman leading off for Heidelberg in the 7th. Colton Whisker continues in relief for Albion. Whisker has gone an inning and 2/3. He's allowed a walk so far. And the first pitch, hacking. Bateman sends a fly ball to left, but Hattlesey is there to make the catch. One pitch, one out in the 7th. Kyle Jenkins comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. Breaking ball called strike. Brett Chesla is warming up in the Albion bullpen. Fastball missing down low, ball 1. One out in the Heidelberg 7th inning. Albion clinging to a 4-3 lead. It's been that way since the 5th. Ball 2 delivered down low. 2 balls and a strike. Missing down low, ball 3. And the 3-1. And that's lined through the left side for the base hit. Heidelberg has the tying run aboard in the 7th. Matt Sykes is the batter. Sykes, a senior from Ypsilanti. This is Colton Whisker on the mound. He gets a new baseball from the home plate umpire. Sykes 1 for 3 at the plate today. First pitch inside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is called a strike, and it's a 1-1 count. A throw to first base, and that chases Jenkins back. That pitch bounces in. Sharon's throw to second base. And then the throw gets away. Let's see if the Britons can catch him at third. Not in time. So Heidelberg has the tying run at third base with 1 out. As Whisker comes set, the pitch to Sykes hits him. So Heidelberg will have runners at the corners with 1 out for Mark Ochoa. And here comes Matt Ricks out of the Albion dugout. Let's see if the Britons will make the call to the bullpen, bringing in Brett Chesla. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. Brett Chesla, the first-year pitcher from Granville, takes over on the mound for Albion. In a key situation, runners on the corners with one out as Mark Ochoa comes to the plate for Heidelberg. Heidelberg has the go-ahead run on base in the 7th. Chesla got credit for the save in Game 2 of the doubleheader on Saturday at Olivet. Chesla delivers ball 1 low and away. Brett Chesla, his 6th appearance of the season. He's 0-2 on the mound with a save. A throw to first chases Sykes back. Jenkins is the runner at third. The pitch is in the air. Riley Stasiak makes the play. The runner tags and scores a sacrifice fly, and it's 4-4 in the 7th with 2 out. Stasiak's throw was up the line.
Now up, number 35, Keaton Mark.
Had Stasiak's throw been on target at the plate, there may have been a play at the plate. 4-4 in the 7th. Keaton Mark is the batter. Runner on the move. The pitch was in the dirt. And it was a ball. And again, it's going to be a stolen base and then an error on the catcher, advancing Sykes to third base. So 2 errors against Albion, the Albion catcher, Justin Sharon, in the inning. The pitch up high, 2-0. Ball 3 up high. And there's a strike. The get-me-over fastball. Albion needs an out to get to the bat rack at 4-4, but ball 4 delivered outside. Parker Franck comes up with runners on the corners and 2 out. Drew Olszewski takes a walk to the mound to discuss how the Albion defense will line up as Parker Franck comes to the plate. Franck is 1 for 3 today. Chesla set. The pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Albion has Tristan Ellis working in the pen as ball 2 delivered to Parker Franck. Franck takes ball 3. As Chesla has been unable to put out the fire here in the 7th. Ball 4, a walk on 4 pitches to Franck. The bases loaded for Jake Davis. Not on the scoreboard. Jake Davis 0 for 2. And he takes ball 1 inside. Brett Chesla needs to throw some strikes. He needs to get an out. The final out of the inning. Chesla leaves it up high for ball 2. Here comes Matt Ricks, the Albion coach. Brett Chesla has thrown 11 pitches, but only 2 strikes. As Matt Ricks makes the visit to the mound, we remind you that we will have video for you tomorrow from the softball field as Albion makes its home opener against Defiance College. 3 o'clock first pitch. We hope you'll join us. A 2-0 pitch upcoming to Jake Davis with the bases loaded. 4-4 tie. There's the get me over fastball. Davis looked like he was taking all the way. 2 balls, a strike. The 2-1 called strike 2. The 2-2 pitch swung on, foul, over the backstop, so we'll do it again at 2-2. Chesla comes set. Swung on, lifted, foul territory. Room for Jordan Finney to make the catch. FF3 in your scorebook. It's a 4-4 tie as the fans do the stretch at Champions Stadium. Riley Stasiak leads it off for Albion. A 4-4 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Albion has not scored since the 3rd. Stasiak 2 for 3 with an RBI today. Mason Metz continues on the mound for Heidelberg. He's in his 4th inning of relief. Stasiak, a fly ball, right fielder going back and dropping the ball in right field. Stasiak will end up on second, the 2-base error out in right field as
Now batting number 4, Jordan Benny.
so a 2-base error as Riley Stasiak ends up on second base. Keaton Mark was going back and looking up in the sun, but the ball hit his mitt and fell to the field. The Jordan Finney, the first baseman for Albion, is the batter. A throw to second base, but Stasiak was aware that the play was on. He didn't have a big lead at all, as Stasiak represents the go-ahead run in a 4-4 ball game in the 7th. For Heidelberg today, 4 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors. For Albion, 4 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. As Jordan Finney will step out of the batter's box. Don't forget, women's lacrosse is at home Sunday at noon against Augustana College. Awaiting the pitch from Mason Metz. Finney showed bunt, but he fouls at third base side. And that is something that will drive a coach stark raving mad. It's a 4-4 ball game, and you got to get the sacrifice down. Heidelberg has 2 men throwing in the pen. Albion's bullpen is quiet except for Matt Burr, who looks like he's running up the bullpen mound. Awaiting the 0-1 pitch to Jordan Finney. Heidelberg had the wheel play on with the shortstop manning third base, and the third baseman would pinch in to field the bunt by Finney. But timeout called by Finney. The 0-1 pitch. Finney, the bunt down, back to Metz. 1-4 on the sacrifice bunt as Stasiak advances to third with 1 out. Kellen Wong will be the 1-out batter for Albion. Wong 1 for 3 with an RBI today. Heidelberg brings the infield in. Everybody on the edge of the grass as Heidelberg looks for a ground ball and to come home to see if they can catch Stasiak. A breaking ball called strike 1. All Kellen Wong needs to do is get the ball to the outfield, and Albion will have a 5-4 lead in the 7th. Wong, ground ball knocked down by the first baseman, and he's able to field throw underhand to the second baseman covering first for the 3-4 put out. So now Heidelberg can play the infield deep again with 2 outs. And Dylan Perry is the batter. Albion would hate to squander this scoring opportunity in the 7th. There's a called strike to Dylan Perry, who is 0 for 2 today. He's struck out both times. Dylan Perry, a swing and a miss, and Heidelberg is a strike away from getting out of a 7th inning jam. Riley Stasiak reached on a 2-base error in right field. He advanced to third on the Jordan Finney sacrifice, but Riley Stasiak stands at third base. Timeout. Yeah, the umpire on the bases called for time. One of the shot clock horns sounded at the lacrosse field next door. So the Heidelberg coach comes out to have a discussion with our umpire on the bases. Well, if it was a balk, though, Stasiak would have scored. So a ball is the call, but not sure why it was a ball called by the umpire on the bases. So here comes the Heidelberg coach again. So I'll mute the microphone for just a minute. The 1-2 pitch. Perry takes it low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. The 2-2 pitch. Perry leaves it up high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Dylan Perry. Lifted. Foul. Left side and into the Heidelberg bullpen. For Heidelberg, 4 runs on 7 hits and 4 errors. For Albion, 4 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. Awaiting another payoff pitch to Dylan Perry. Perry base hit! Riley Stasiak scores. Albion takes a 5-4 lead in the 7th. Dylan Perry comes through on a full count pitch.
Now batting number 28, Justin Sharon.
And Justin Sharon will come to the plate. Justin Sharon, a swing and a miss at the first pitch. And Justin Sharon misses a fastball, and it's 0-2. Bottom of the 7th in a 9-inning ball game. The 0-2 pitch, and Sharon is punched out on strikes, but the Britons score the go-ahead run. An unearned run as Riley Stasiak scores on the Dylan Perry single. It's 5-4 Albion after 7. Zach Doran leads it off for Heidelberg in the 8th inning. Brett Chesla continues on the mound for Albion. Doran, Smith, Bateman, 8-9-1 in the Heidelberg order. A first pitch strike to Doran, who is 1 for 3 today. Strike 2 called. And the 0-2 is left in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that pitch also low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Soft line drive to Kellen Wong for the out. L4 in your scorebook.
Now batting number 2, Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith, the second baseman, comes up. Tyler Smith, 1 for 3 today. The pitch high and away for ball 1. Smith hitting from the left side. Ball 2 down low. Albion has 2 men up in the bullpen. One is David Koff. The other is Tristan Ellis. A strike called. 2 balls, a strike. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on. Fly ball to center, and that will get down in between left fielder Hattlesey and center fielder Stasiak. Heidelberg has the tying run aboard with 1 out. And Heidelberg goes back to the top of its order to Kane Bateman. Bateman is 2 for 4. Fastball strike called. Seven tie in the 8th between Adrian and Baldwin Wallace. The 0-1 pitch is fouled back to the screen, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, and a strikeout. 2 outs. That is the first strikeout for Brett Chesla as the Heidelberg coach makes a beef. Home plate umpire Dan Akins takes about 3 steps down the third base line as Kyle Jenkins comes to the plate with 2 outs. A throw to first base. Chasing Smith, diving in. The pitch blocked by the catcher, Justin Sharon, 1 ball. So Albion takes the relievers out of the bullpen. The 1-0 pitch, called strike 1, 1-1, is the count to Kyle Jenkins. The 1-1, left low and away for ball 2. Awaiting a 2-1 pitch to Kyle Jenkins. Left outside for ball 3. Looks like Matt Burr may come into the game as a defensive replacement for the 9th. The 3-1. Ripped foul down the third base line on the ground, and the count goes full. Heidelberg came into the game with a 12-3 record. The payoff pitch, called strike 3! And Albion will go to the bat rack for the bottom of the 8th, leading 5-4.
Now batting shortstop number 2, Joe Turnbull.
Heidelberg University goes to the bullpen. Joey Wenning, a senior from Cincinnati, takes over on the mound. Wenning making his 7th appearance of the season. He has 4 saves. In 6 innings, Wenning has allowed 4 earned runs on 7 hits, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts. Joe Turnbull leads it off for Albion. Turnbull 1 for 3 today with a strikeout. He takes ball 1. So it's 8-9-1. Matt Burr is in the on-deck circle for Albion. Looks like Burr will take over in right field for Luke Bottomley. The 2-0 pitch is left up high for ball 3. David Koff looks like he's going to come on the mound for Albion in the 9th. Try to lock down the save. Called strike to Joe Turnbull. It's 3-1. The 3-1. Turnbull draws the leadoff walk. Albion.
Now pinch hitting for the Brits, number 7, Matt Burr.
Albion looking for an insurance run or 2, leading 5-4 in the 9th. Matt Burr, a senior from Clarkston, hitting .214 this season. And Wenning comes far inside, almost hitting Burr in the belt. Burr is 9 for 42 at the plate this season. A double, triple home run and 6 driven in. Wenning steps off the mound. The 1-0 pitch to Burr. Burr clutches the bat and takes a fastball strike, and Burr takes a look at the home plate umpire. The 1-1. Burr, a swing and a miss, strike 2. The 1-2 pitch almost hit Burr in the bicep. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
There you go.
4 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for Heidelberg. Burr, a swing and a miss. He's down on strikes for Albion today. 5 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. Sean Hadlesey, the 1-out batter for Albion. So the Britons go back to the top of the order. A throw to first base. Turnbull dives in safely.
Great question. Neither do I. I'd much rather have Theta.
The first pitch to Hadlesey. He takes a strike.
Basically anyone else.
It looks like it's been straight heat from Joey Wenning since he came out of the bullpen for Heidelberg. David Koff continuing to warm up. He should get the baseball for Albion in the 9th. Hadlesey calls timeout. He's 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. The 0-1. Called strike 2 on the inside corner. The 0-2 pitch. Hadlesey bends back in the batter's box. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Hadlesey on the ground. The pitcher can't get a hold of it, and it's a base hit for Hadlesey. So Sean Hadlesey, he hit it with his purse, but he gets the single, the infield single to second base. And the Heidelberg coach comes out of the dugout. So we will let them have the discussion on the mound. It looks like Heidelberg just wanted to check the health of Joey Wenning after he stumbled trying to field the ground ball off the bat of Sean Hadlesey. Drew Olszewski, the batter. 1 out, 2 on for Albion in the 8th. The Britons looking for an insurance run, leading 5-4. Olszewski, the bunt. First baseman, pitcher Wenning fielding, firing to first base at 1-3 on the sacrifice.
Now up, number 8, Riley Stasiak.
Runners on second and third with 2 out for Riley Stasiak. Stasiak 2 for 4 with an RBI. And a hit here would be big for the Britons, looking to add on to a 5-4 lead in the 8th. Stasiak, first pitch hacking. The pitch was at the knees. Strike 1 swinging. The 0-1. Stasiak takes a ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brielle Brown would like to see a wild pitch. The 1-1 pitch. And Stasiak was on it, but he sends it back to the screen directly behind home plate. A ball and 2 strikes. A win over 12-3 Heidelberg would be a feather in Albion's cap, but the Britons have to finish it off. The 1-2 pitch. Stasiak, another foul ball, spoiling a good pitch from Joey Wenning. Wenning wants the catcher, Ochoa, to go through the signs again. So we're awaiting the 1-2 pitch. Stasiak clutches the bat. The pitch low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jordan Finney waits in the on-deck circle, and Finney has the catching gear on the shin guard, so we'll have to see if Finney goes to catch. Swing and a miss. Stasiak down on strikes. Albion leaves a pair on base. We go to the bottom of, or we go to the ninth. Albion leading 5-4. Bobby Lee back with you from Champions Stadium. Albion 3 outs away from a nice win over Heidelberg University. Defensive changes for Albion. Matt Burr stays in the game. He plays right field. Jordan Finney is the new catcher. Zach Bazant at first base. As Brett Chesla delivers a first pitch strike on the outside corner to Matt Sykes. Matt Sykes 1 for 3 today. The Albion men's lacrosse team comes over from its practice. Strike 2 called. And the 0-2 pitch. Just missing the knees. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3! And Sykes down on strikes. And Matt Sykes goes back to the dugout angry. Mark Ochoa comes to the plate. And the Heidelberg dugout chirping at home plate umpire Dan Akins. Mark Ochoa 0 for 2 with an RBI. He has struck out once today. Pitch left low and away for ball 1. Albion 2 outs away from a nice win over a 12-3 Heidelberg squad. If Brett Chesla can wrap it up here in the ninth. Bouncing ball knocked down by Olszewski, but he's unable to make a throw. Base hit for Ochoa. So Heidelberg has the tying run aboard, the winning run at the plate. Keaton Mark comes to the plate. As Albion will shade Riley Stasiak a little bit toward left field. A throw to first base, chasing Ochoa back. Chesla comes set. Swing and a miss, strike 1. much to the approval of the Albion men's lacrosse team in the stands. Chesla comes set. The 0-1. Just missing, and the count is a ball and a strike. Called strike 2. Looked like a fastball right down Michigan Avenue. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Lifted left field. Hattlesey is there, and Albion and out away from the win. Parker Frank is the 2-out batter for Heidelberg.
Now batting number 25, Parker Frank.
Frank 1 for 3 today. As Frank takes ball 1. 5-4 Albion in the 9th. Heidelberg, the tying run at first, the go-ahead run at the plate. The 1-0 pitch. Frank hit by the pitch. The go-ahead run aboard. Jake Davis is the batter. David Koff waits in the Albion bullpen. He's ready to go. But the Britain's going to try to ride Brett Chesla, as Heidelberg will have a pinch runner, and that will be Robert Hunt. Hunt will run for Frank. Robert Hunt, the pinch runner for Frank at first base. Number 1, Robert Hunt. Robert Hunt, a sophomore from Zion, Illinois, is the pinch runner. He represents the go-ahead run. Jake Davis 0 for 3 today. And Jake Davis gets hit by the first pitch. The bases loaded for Zach Doran. David Koff should be ready down in the bullpen, but Albion's going to ride Brett Chesla. And the pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Zach Doran, the number 8 batter in the Heidelberg order. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 called. Albion a strike away from the victory. The pitch. Just missing downstairs. Albion wanted the pitch. Didn't get the call from Dan Akins. The 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to shortstop. The throw to second base. Britons win. This one belongs to the Britons. And a game that took 2 hours and 42 minutes. The final numbers for Albion: 5 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. For Heidelberg, 4 runs on 8 hits and 4 errors. The winning pitcher is Brett Chesla. Chesla picks up his first victory of his collegiate career. He's 1-2. And the losing pitcher today is Mason Metz. He falls to 1-1. Thank you for watching our internet video stream today. We hope you'll join us tomorrow when the Britain softball team takes on Defiance College, and that is a 3 o'clock first pitch. We'll see you tomorrow.